The Paycheck Protection Program may have been an exercise in frustration for small business owners, but here's the silver lining: they might be better equipped to weather the next crisis. The federal government rolled out the so-called PPP in April as coronavirus and the ensuing stay-at-home orders took their toll on small businesses. The forgivable loan program was originally intended to cover 8 weeks of payroll costs, plus mortgage interest, utilities and rent expenses. Most recently, the Treasury Department and the Small Business Administration announced a slate of upcoming guidance tied back to the Paycheck Protection Program Flexibility Act that President Donald Trump signed last week. More from Smart Tax Planning, thinking of being your own boss. What it means for taxes. Tax day is coming. Get ready for July 15th. Used a chunk of your PPP loan for rent? You can still get some forgiveness. That new legislation now gives owners up to 24 weeks to use their loan proceeds and allows for forgiveness if at least 60% of the funding goes toward payroll expenses. Partial forgiveness is also now an option. Entrepreneurs who navigated the program, and its many changes, on their own learned tough lessons, which might make them stronger in the long run. They want to enforce better business practices, said Sheneya Wilson, CPA and founder of Fola Financial in New York. This pandemic, we've never experienced this in our lifetimes, but it does show how sensitive you are. Here are 5 lessons that entrepreneurs can apply to their businesses post-PPP. Cash is king, especially in a crisis. Entrepreneurs should identify where they can afford to cut their expenses without hurting their business, said Wendy Cai-Lee, CEO of Piermont Bank in New York. Emergency funds aren't just for individuals, either. We're all coached to have 3 to 6 months in savings, but business finances need that too, said Wilson. 3 to 6 months is also a good practice. A rainy day fund, along with a line of credit for the business, can give a small business a buffer during a downturn, she said. Aside from setting up a line of credit for your business, go ahead and open that business banking account. Meet your local banker, too. That's because during the first rollout of the PPP, banks were only accepting applications from existing business clients. Most people see the bank as a transactional place, said Megan Gorman, an attorney and managing partner at Chequers Financial Management in San Francisco. But establishing the relationship at the bank is huge, she said. It means you'll have an advocate, and as your bank grows, you'll have access to liquidity. Aside from your banker, work with a CPA who can help you wrangle necessary tax documents. The PPP, as well as other small business loan programs, requires owners to bring tax forms along when they apply.